Welcome to our new series, the 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
We are here. We are here to
Oh,
talk. This is what we've really been working for, to our 200th and final movie of this whole
yes.
process. And when we started this
Drum roll.
a year ago, we had no idea what our 200th movie was going to be.
Yeah.
As the months went on, we joked that it should be Terrifier 3 because we kind of had this ongoing thing with the first two Terrifiers and talking about it. The fact that Terrifier 3 was Christmas themed, we felt like it was a good place for it. It wasn't free anywhere yet. Then it became free on Peacock around Halloween, and we were like, you know what, let's just watch it for this, just in case. I mean, it's still there, but we'll figure out a movie. And then jokingly, I think I was on Tubi, and I told you the review of this movie we're going to talk about, Catnado, and the review or the tagline's like, it's Sharknado, but with cats. And we both felt this movie was going to be so stupid, so Tubi, so us, that we're like, fuck it, this has to be our tour of this movie. So yes, here we are, ready to talk about the most underwhelming.
We did. We did. On paper, it sounded great. I'm going to be honest with you right now, and I'm going to lead with the end here, but this is the worst movie that I've seen this year, by far.
Oh,
this is the worst movie I've seen. Now we could talk about it.
Okay. I'll get to my review at the end because I got something a little special for our final thing. But yes, so Catnado, we're like, fine, let's watch this. We've seen not just this year, but we've done some funny Tubies, movies before. But so I pop this on and, I'm just watching the credits, like, okay, this feeling the vibe. This woman comes on.
Feeling the vibe.
It's just like what you know what we're getting into with this. We're like,
there was a vibe, for sure. Yeah.
So anyhow, she does this introduction. I'm like, all right, this cheesy whatever. And then it starts off. I forget what the first segment was kind of called, and this woman's kind of bashing this guy who can't get her tickets, and then she has to go pick up her ex from jail. And this is when I texted you, Soto. So first of all, jail. I laughed because I'm like, oh, jail's outside of a warehouse. Some random fence. Like, okay, again, we weren't expecting much out of this. But, I did see like the thumbnail, the cover art, and I thought I was expecting more. But oh my god. So anyhow, he gets in the car and he gives her kid, they're talking. And then they make a reference to a movie we did for Rotten Taste like a couple years ago, Sharks of the Corn. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, oh my god, these are two actors from Sharks of the Corn. She played the cop, and he actually played the guy in the cornfield in the beginning. And I'm actually Soto, I will admit, this is probably the only time I reacted to this film somewhat positive. I laughed. I'm like, oh my god, we have a Sharks of the Corn reference.
I was like, wait a second. Well, did he just say Sharks of the Corn? I was like, what's happening here? And
Sharks of the Corn and Catnado. And actually, I forgot to mention, the first thing I even noticed was the opening credits. There's 8 directors. So I actually rewound it. I'm like, no, that didn't say directed by. I'm like, that must have said something else. But I was curious because I knew my brain caught it. And yes, there's 8 directors for this piece of shit.
I didn't know why at first, but it unfolded, and I was like, and I texted you. I was like, are these fucking vignettes? Like, are these like masters of their craft, giving their own like segments to do whatever they want with the concept with Catnado and run with it? I mean, one of these guys' names is Tim Ritter. That name stuck out to me. If I ever see that name again show up in anything that we're watching, I'm out. Like, it is. I'm just gonna compose myself here.
It's okay. I don't want to lose
my shit. Like Velocipaster, movie I saw this year. Hey, I enjoyed the shit out of it. Like, it was dumb in a really like clever way that made me feel like I was in on the joke. And I enjoyed that movie. I'll probably watch Velocipaster again. Because it has that kind of potential to be like a cult movie for me. Where I just get drunk and I watch it and I just laugh at the bullshit, right? But there's something like inherently unfunny about these guys and their bad movies that like you can tell that they think that they're really funny, but it's like not. I don't get the joke, and the quality of everything like is so bad, dude. Like I've seen college movies that are better than this. That's like, when you watch a movie and you're watching this, right, and you're sussing out the vibe. I knew exactly what I was into when I was like, I heard the dialogue and then I saw um the windows blocked off by curtains, right? Because like, they're trying to like make sure that they're not showing what time of day it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so bad. From the writing, from the directing, everything like that. And I know that I've heard Paul Thomas Anderson say, you shouldn't really criticize other movies because making a movie is a hard thing. And I get, to an extent, I understand. But I also I'm of the mind of being like, I'm not a chef, right? And you've heard this before, but I do know if I eat food, if it's good or not. And this movie is, to me, it was way worse than Slaw. At least Slaw had Kevin Nash in it.
Slaw, as bad as that was,
that was the only thing that made it different.
At least they tried to put a story together. Don't get me wrong. The acting was a lot of shit was bad. You're right. Kevin Nash, a couple other wrestlers, but even take Kevin Nash out of it. Let's take those. That funny little cameo. As bad as Slaw was, yes, there was some attempt to make a coherent 3-act structure, as you like to say. But you're right. This was broken up into, I think, 8-9 segments. And then I know my brain like fizzled out, and I'm just trying to focus. Like this guy's in a room, and like cats are just talking. The cats talk.
Yeah.
Like this. And I'm like, wait. So is this the cats are evil, man? Or what's the? Yes. I did not expect the Catnado.
He's like reading the Bible verses. Is that what was going on? Yeah,
I think so. I did not expect the special effects to be great because, again, Sharks of the Corn. I mean, we laughed because like that shark jumped out of that cornfield and blew up the helicopter, but it's just like, okay, again, we knew what we were signing up for at first when we did. We talked about doing this because, again, I was not expecting quality. It's just like this is. But I did not expect this to be the level of shit that it really was. I mean, again, the opening, there's only a couple segments which I can say were better done than some of the other segments.
Yeah,
but even that, there's parts, and I'm just like, wait. So the first time we see the Catnado is like that opening couple trying to get money, find $1.4 million, whatever, and this Catnado comes, and then the cat flies out of it. He somehow eats the cat, so it later busts out his belly. Like, there's a lot of logistics that I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out. I know there was one where it was a cat on top of a plane.
A human cat. That was a human cat for that
one. And then they were like opening the window of the plane.
Well, you left your mug of Windex on the plane. I'm like, gravity should have, and I'm like, that should have.
And like the gay lovers in the Apocalypse Meow. I mean, maybe they weren't.
They never specified. There was definitely a bromance.
They were certainly giving gay lovers, and that's okay. Like, let it go free. But they had this whole weird thing where they were spraying some sort of substance on people who turned a cat. Dude, there was a kid that was shot in this movie.
Yes, because. So yeah, because I don't know the time frame. They were trying to get water guns, which were now on the black market, and all of a sudden they like, oh, they got it. And then you hear this kid, "What are you doing with my?" And then he just like pops, like you don't see it at first. The voice is similar to what like a cat was earlier. So I'm like, what? And then they show the kid just lying there in the background, like, you could have just walked away, right? Just no offense to this 8-year-old kid, it's not going to kill you over.
Like in broad daylight in whatever bullshit they were going through. It's like there was just so much just random shit thrown into this stuff. Like if somebody gave this to you as a meal, you'd be like, no, this doesn't go together.
This is like 8 appetizers that don't go well together. You got your shrimp, you got you got just things that don't, and you never get to the main course. Because again, maybe the possibility of like, okay, let's at least kind of like we talked about Slaw. I was thinking, okay, again, and I've seen Sharknado. Like, give me a 3-act structure. As dumb as it is, there is no end to this. I mean, there is no beginning or end or explanation. Kind of like there's one where two cops are questioning like Catnado. Damn, that's just a Catnado, and like everyone's just calm. But there's a tornado with cats. Like they're all questioning like what, like, and they have seen it like wow, that's just a Catnado, and I'm just like, and then like going back to the guy, like he doesn't question that cats are talking to him. I'm like, I'd be fucking scared. Now I know you're a cat person, and I know I've been a pet person. You talk to your animals. If your animals start talking back to you, seek help.
Yeah, I just, and then why was there a post credits like scene as well? Like, and that one was
I was so tripped
painful.
out.
The galactic fucking Catnado bullshit. Like, and then dude, what the fuck, man?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Does
Yeah,
movie make money? This profit? Like,
I don't know, and I don't want to look it up. I mean, there's also melodrama. Just so much. Guy crashing into another car, and then it turns out like he accidentally, like someone they knew killed the son or gave the son the key. Like so much shit just happened. I'm like, you know what's funny? So there's parts of this I was just like, I need more Catnado in this. Like I'm like, just give me the tornado with cats. Like give me that. Because there was long.
Can I tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Without you knowing this, so I don't want you to look this up. Can you guess how much it cost to make this movie?
Do you want me? The fact that you're asking me this makes me believe that this is more than what it should be, and I'm going to be shocked.
Just take a guess.
Okay. All right, so hold on. I'm going to wipe my brain clean.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, if you came to me like, how much did I think this movie would have been made for? Because I know how much film costs, and I'm pretty sure this wasn't on like 16 or 32 millimeter film, because that costs a lot more. So if this was digital, I don't even want to know how, whatever the Catnado effects. So I'll be honest, and I'm being generous. I'm just being generous. Oh, fuck. Like my guy keeps wanting to go higher. Like I would say, there's no way that this movie was made for more than $20,000. But I'm like, somehow this is probably $100,000 movie. But you're about to tell me it's $1 million movie. So go, like I would say it was made for $20,000.
Dad, your second guess was correct. It was $100,000 that this movie was made for. There's no public financial data for it. Obviously, it was made for the streaming market. So who knows? But yeah, it was $100,000. Now, just for reference, El Mariachi was made for like $7,000 to $8,000.
Yeah, I remember that.
Robert Rodriguez, and that is a classic independent film.
Yep.
And Catnado was made for $100,000.
Even Blair Witch was like very cheap. If I remember,
there's movies that have been great that are like $25,000.
Yeah, Blair Witch spent I think most of their budget was actually on the promotion side of it all. Again, but probably. Oh yeah, so like I said, $100,000 I say makes sense, but like knowing what things are, but god damn, that's a waste. Give me a fucking 100. Oh my god, Soto. All right, is there anything else you want to add? Because I know I'm just gonna ask because I'm gonna end this while I'm giving my review. So is there anything else that you need to add to this? Because I don't know if we can take this much more pain. I'm being honest because I'm going
to... No.
Okay.
I will give you the floor.
No. So I know you graded, the worst movie you've seen this year, which is number 101. So I kind of thought about this earlier today, believe it or not, in my mail truck. And I'm just, this is if I nail this, I actually have this written down, how I want to say this. And FYI, I am going to channel my inner, I'm going to channel basically an Adam Sandler film from 1995 as I say this. And I had to write this down. So first of all, this review is for the producers, the directors, the writers, the actors, or anyone else that had a hand in making this movie. Catnado is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever watched. At no point in your 87-minute film were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. The two of us are now dumber for having watched it. This is not just the worst movie I've seen this year, but by far the worst movie I have ever seen in my fucking life. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
This is the worst movie you've ever seen.
I can't think of anything worse. I cannot think of anything worse. Because like you said, Claw was fucking horrible, but there is at least an attempt of a structure. And yes, Kevin Nash, yay. I mean, Sharknado. I would rather watch Sharks of the fucking Corn than I know we subjected ourselves
to a story.
Yes, and again, the beginning, middle, and end. As absurd as there's no connection between these 8 or 9 vignettes.
Oh, there was a Catnado.
That's the only connection, but it did the story outside of that. There's no, the characters were all, just like, oh, whatever. There's
it was an anthology, a Catnado anthology with different great directors. Because I think I texted you. I was like, I took 8 directors to make this piece of shit. Until I realized that they were all putting their own take on it, and I bet they all ha-ha'd very much while making it.
Yeah, and wasting $100 fucking grand while doing it.